So hello again, welcome back to the channel. In this video it's kind of a part 2 to the Delphin Imperial video I did previously. That's gone down a storm. Really happy with the views, thank you very much if you've watched that. There were some things I couldn't really fit into the time that I had to do the video. I mean, it was already I think 16 minutes long and there's only so much I could actually fit in. So we've had a few questions. Yeah, I'll try and answer those queries. So overall then, what did we really like about the Delphin Imperial? You had to give it to the staff. They went above and beyond to make sure you had a great time. Very friendly, always happy to help. Now, you couldn't sit for more than 5 minutes without a waiter coming past going, would you like a drink? You know, whether that was a hot drink, tea or coffee, or you wanted something stronger, soft drinks, everything was available all the time. And yeah, that was great. Similarly, there was always somewhere to get something to eat. Apart from the 3 times a day when you got fed in the restaurants, there was also the food stalls outside, and indoors there were also places you could get something to eat, like a sandwich or a cake or something like that, with coffee, ice cream. There was a fantastic little sort of patisserie area. Again, top-notch service there. I'll put some images of that because I think I left that out of the original video. There just wasn't enough time to fit everything in. Yeah, again, absolutely fantastic. Couldn't ask for more. And that brings me on to the fact that the availability of food is pretty much 24/7. We arrived about 12:30 in the morning. It was quite late, and now normally if we've been anywhere, been to Spain and the Canaries, they'll provide some sandwiches, something like that, if you've missed a meal. And we were pleasantly surprised to see when we were told, go down to the basement, the bar there opens at 10, and it's open until 7 AM, and hot food is available all the time. So yes, there was soup, choice of about 4 or 5 dishes, and desserts were available as well. So yeah, you could have rocked up to this hotel 2 o'clock in the morning and still got something to eat and a drink before you went off to bed. Absolutely amazing, and again, really helpful service, and that's probably what makes the difference between an average hotel and a great hotel. And certainly I think the Delphin definitely is the latter. So the bar service was great, again, all inclusive, but as you'd expect, lots of fresh cocktails being made. Now the hotel does describe itself as a resort hotel, and I'm guessing that kind of explains the 6 pools and all the other things. But you know, it was amazing for the money we paid for that holiday. That cost us just over £1,300 with Jet2 for a week, all inclusive plus. On that resort, we would struggle to get a sort of 3 to 4 star hotel in the Canaries or Spain for the same money. And that brings me on to the food, which was absolutely perfect. You could not have asked for better dishes. The staff were really meticulous. They were out there checking the temperature of a lot of the dishes, and if it fell below a certain temperature, then out it came, and they would replace it with something fresh. So the food standard was better than I'd ever experienced. I mean, we've stayed in some, well, let's say 3-star hotels in the Canaries, and I'm sure the same salad was there as long as I'd been there. That was probably one of the worst hotels for food. It wasn't the worst. That belongs to a hotel in Mallorca, which I didn't do a review on, and I wish I had, because that was one hell of a stay. Food here, nothing to worry about. Everything was catered for. You talking, there were vegetarian options, plenty of salad dishes, plenty of things like fish, meat dishes, diet dishes if you were on a strict diet and you didn't want to put on too much weight. Yes, there were a range of dishes you could have which were under a certain calorific value. Everything was fresh. The desserts were absolutely amazing. How we didn't need an extra row of seats to ourselves on the way back on the plane. I'm not sure. I think it was because the resort is quite large, so you'd certainly do a lot of walking around. But the food, top notch. Couldn't ask for any better. So somebody did ask, was there a dress code in the restaurant? Yes, there is. It's not really as strict as they have out on their poster, which is a shirt and trousers type thing for men, and women to be covered up, because we saw plenty of people wearing vest and shorts and followed suit. I did actually, for the first couple of days, change into a pair of jeans, pair of denims, and sort of a shirt. But it's not necessary. There were plenty of people. People do tend to get dressed up on an evening, or more formal wear then. I mean, not talking formal like ties or anything like that. We're talking just an open neck shirt and trousers for men. Women tend to sort of get a bit more glammed up for the evening. So I briefly mentioned the entertainment in the video, and yes, every evening there is something on, whether it's dancing or if it's a karaoke evening, or they usually have a performer on, whether they're doing music from Queen or Madonna or whatever. The Madonna act, which we saw, I think that was mainly miming, but certainly the dancers were good, and it was included in the cost of your stay, so you might as well go and have a look. Even if it's not really your cup of tea, there's always something else to do. There was actually a band playing in another area of the hotel. They were a live band, so if you like that type of thing, there's something like that happening. But apart from that, most of the time you just kind of have a wander out. It's nice going down to the beach area to see the sunset. There's always a nice walk out, plenty of bars to go and get a drink at, and have a nice chilled time. The rooms were excellent. You couldn't really ask for better facilities. This is not the hotel's first flush of youth, but everything is clearly looked after well. Everything's refreshed, changed, updated. Yes, there were little bits of wear and tear on the room, we noticed, but overall, couldn't knock it. And I'm sure those little bits will be taken care of very soon. They seem to be always maintaining the buildings. The hotel next door to us was closed currently while they did some work on it. I think because it was off season, they tend to only offer one or two hotels in their chain, and the others are closed while they do major refurbishments. I mean, they were busy painting the outside of it. They were doing lots of work in the background. I think you probably heard some noise in the background. Some of my other bits of video when I did pieces to camera, and that was because they were constantly updating and trying to make the hotel a better experience for the guests. One thing I wasn't 100% sure at is the water sport activities at the beach. I didn't go and have a look into that. I think you have to pay extra for that. But one thing that did impress us was on the day we were leaving, the fact that although we had to check out of our room by 12 noon because the hotel was quite busy and all the rooms were taken, we were able to store our luggage in the luggage room, which, you know, you can see that in most hotels. What was absolutely fantastic was that our all-inclusive stayed for the full day. Now, we have stayed in hotels where as soon as you check out, that's the end of your all-inclusive. You're out on the street to go and get yourself something to eat, or you can pay to eat in the hotel. Not the case with the Delphin Imperial. That wristband lasted you until you were getting on board your transfer coach to take you back to the airport, which was fantastic, which meant we could have lunch. We'd also were able to have an evening meal, and again, drinks, snacks, anything during the day that we wanted. So is there anything I would like to see improved at the Delphin Imperial, or even all the resorts there on the Delphin Resort? Well, one thing I'd like to see is a shuttle bus service into Antalya itself. There was 3 buses in the week, 2 to 2 shopping malls and 1 into the old town on the Friday, which very handy. It was good for them to put it on. I have stayed in hotels in this country where they do offer a short shuttle bus service and it's an absolute godsend. Now, for a hotel like that, if they added a little bit onto the cost of the week and put that service on, I'd be more than happy to pay that. We got taken for a ride, literally, by a taxi driver who overcharged us. So knowing that you could get into town without being ripped off, even if they said, well, there's a shuttle bus service, but it's going to cost you, 100 lira a day or something like that, I'd more than happily pay that, and I think that would be a great service and stop some of the less savoury characters making money out of tourists. So yeah, that was the only thing I could really add to what I think would make the Delphin Imperial a better place to stay. Absolutely fantastic place to stay, and I highly recommend it. So that's it for this little video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope this answers some of the questions you have had from the previous video, which certainly showed you what it's all about, but I think this will answer a few of those queries that I may have left you wanting to know. So thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye for now.